Hi everybody and welcome to CAV Math Lab and our series on mastering your multiplication and division facts. In previous videos, we've talked about taking 3 steps to fluently learn your multiplication and division facts. Step 1 is learning the concepts. Step 2 was learning the strategies. And step 3 is memorization. This video is going to be on step 3, memorization. We highly recommend that you watch each video in the series, even if you think multiplication facts are too easy, because if you do, you'll get a lot of these facts memorized just from seeing the patterns and doing the practice packets. In fact, there's a lot of evidence out there that suggests that the greater you understand these concepts, the less practice will be necessary to know them fluently. So why memorize anyway? Well, you're going to be using these facts for the rest of your life, and you'll want to have them memorized. It's like having your alphabet sounds down. It would be awfully tiring to read if we had to keep figuring out or looking up what each sound, each letter makes. Pretty soon, multiplication and division will be just one step in a series of steps that you'll take to solve a problem. Having a solid understanding of these strategies and having your basic facts memorized will help with your math stamina. So what do we mean by memorize? We really mean to know something from memory. It means being able to recall something easily when you need it. It doesn't have to mean fast. Sometimes things we have in our memory don't get recalled as quickly as we like. But as long as you can easily come up with the answer, that's the goal. We've all had that time where we're trying to think of a word and we can't come up with it. But because we're fluent in English, we can come up with an alternative. Sometimes, especially under stress, it may be more difficult to recall one of our basic facts. But if you're flexible, you can still easily come up with the solution. So now that you know the concepts behind multiplication and division, and you know lots of strategies to help you solve your facts, what are some ways that we can get more fluent in recalling our facts with ease? One way is to use your multiplication chart. Using this chart, you can highlight the facts that you know the strategies for solving, and you can check off the ones that you already know fluently. Just by identifying the few facts that you still need to work on can really help in your memorization process. Another way to help with your memorization is to really understand the strategies and to look at your math facts like 8 times 5 and see how many different ways that you can come up with the solution. The more ways that you're able to solve 8 times 5, the more flexible you are in solving, which will make it that much easier to recall. Pay attention to what are you noticing, what patterns are you seeing, and what connections can you make to other facts. Another way to help with your memorization is games. And if you go over to the CAV Math Lab course on Schoology, in the targeted support and the multiplication strategies folder, you'll find some fluency resources. And here we have lots of resources for games. We have a heads up game that's really popular in the math lab and lots of other games here that you can play. Also in the CAV Math Lab course, you'll find some cards that are called math flips. And this is just a fun way to play some games with some numbers and make some connections between math facts. There's also some math cards in there that are like flashcards, but it represents the multiplication fact in a variety of ways. And it can be a lot of fun to play memory or go fish or other card games that you would play with regular cards. Some students don't really like timed drills, but if you're someone who likes to work against the clock, maybe you can challenge yourself to see how many facts you can solve correctly in a minute. So even though this video is on memorization, it's important to say again that although memorization is important, It's definitely more challenging for some than for others because we're all different. More important than memorization is being confident that you can easily mentally solve a math fact in a variety of ways. So don't stress about memorization or being super fast. If you invest your time in learning the concepts, the different strategies, and focus on being flexible in solving math problems, this will pay off for years to come.